In a world that's moving faster than most of us can keep up with, technology has stopped being a luxury and become the heartbeat of our everyday lives. But here's the thing most people don't realize. The revolution we reliving through didn't happen with a big explosion. It happened quietly, step by step, with innovations slowly weaving themselves into our routines, until one day, we all looked around and went, wait a second, how did everything change? Today we're diving into that transformation, not the sugar-coated version you see in tech ads, but the real story of how the devices around us have evolved from simple tools into the intelligent digital companions shaping our future. And trust me, once you see how deep this goes, you'll never look at your daily tech the same way again. Before we talk about the crazy advancements happening right now, we have to rewind the clock. Think back just a decade or two. Phones were brick-shaped, computers were heavy and loud. Almost everything tech-related felt like it was designed more for the engineers who built it than the people who used it. Nobody thought about user experience. Nobody cared about intuitive design. And the idea of devices actually understanding you felt like pure science fiction. But behind the scenes, the seeds of a revolution were being planted. Small teams of dreamers, engineers, and innovators were playing with ideas that sounded ridiculous at the time. Voice commands, smart assistants, wearable tech, AI-powered interfaces.
Yes!
They were laughed at, doubted, dismissed. But they didn't stop. And eventually, those impossible ideas became prototypes, and those prototypes became the foundation of a world about to be completely rewritten. Then came the shift, the moment everything flipped. Suddenly, tech didn't just respond when you pressed a button. It started anticipating what you wanted. Voice assistants became normal. Smart devices started syncing seamlessly. AI quietly slipped into apps, gadgets, and daily routines, making life easier without most people even realizing what was happening. And while everyone else just enjoyed the convenience, the tech world understood exactly what this meant. The future wasn't coming one day. It had arrived. Companies began racing to create devices that wouldn't just sit in your pocket or on your desk, but ones that could live with you, guide you, and blend into your lifestyle so naturally that you'd forget they were even there. And that's where the real magic happened. We entered an era where technology became almost invisible, not because it disappeared, but because it became so seamlessly integrated that it stopped feeling like technology at all. For years, people thought smart devices were about bigger screens, louder speakers, faster processors. But the innovators behind this new generation of tech had a completely different vision. They wanted to build devices that understood you as naturally as another person would. Devices that could adapt to you, predict you, assist you without you needing to ask. That's why this generation, the tech we are reusing right now, feels so different. It's not here to interrupt your life. It's here to merge with it. And the impact, massive, life-changing. Whether we admit it or not, this new wave of tech has reshaped the way we communicate, work, shop, learn, and even how we see ourselves. Suddenly, information is everywhere. Answers are instant. Tasks that used to take hours take seconds. We're more connected, more capable, more efficient, and sometimes, honestly, a little overwhelmed. But here's the part people forget. These breakthroughs weren't made to replace humans. They were made to uplift us, to give us more time, more freedom, more creativity, more power over our daily decisions. Technology is no longer just the machine in your hand. It's the invisible extension of your mind. Of course, no revolution comes without obstacles, and this one is no different. With all this innovation comes questions, big ones: privacy, ethics, digital dependence, security. How much is too much? How smart should our devices be? At what point does convenience cross the line into control? The truth is, these questions matter, and they're questions we should be asking. But at the same time, every major leap forward in history has sparked fear. People were scared of electricity when it first appeared. They thought telephones were dangerous. They believed the internet would destroy society. And yet here we are, adapting, evolving, learning, and constantly finding new ways to turn technology into a tool rather than a threat. And that brings us to the biggest question of all. What comes next? Because if you think the tech we have right now is advanced, you haven't seen anything yet. We're stepping into a future where digital and physical worlds merge so smoothly that you won't even notice the boundary. Imagine interacting with information that appears around you instead of on a screen. Imagine devices that don't just wait for commands. They understand context, emotion, intention. Imagine technology that becomes less like an accessory and more like a natural extension of your senses. That's the direction we're heading in, whether it's through AI-powered glasses, wearable assistants, augmented interfaces, or technology we haven't even imagined yet. The craziest part? This is only the beginning. The devices we think are next level right now will look outdated in a few years. The innovations we're excited about today are just stepping stones. And somewhere, right now, in a lab or a garage or a startup meeting, someone is building the next breakthrough that will blow everything else out of the water. So if you're watching this and thinking, wow, the future is crazy, just remember you're not just watching it happen, you're living in it. You're a part of the generation experiencing one of the biggest technological shifts in human history. And trust me, the next chapter is going to be even wilder. If you stayed with me this far, drop a future mode on in the comments so I know you one of the real ones. If you want this script customized for a specific topic, smart glasses, AI devices, tech reviews, documentaries, anything, just tell me and I'll rewrite it perfectly for your video.